hung you in the West Wing, inside a gilded frame, a velvet robe beneath your smile, a silver plate with your name. The painter caught your elegance, the calmness in your eyes, but he could never paint the rooms you filled with quiet lies. So I turned your portrait to the wall, let the golden shadow fall. Those eyes that watched me lose myself, they will not watch me anymore. Visitors admired your posture, your polished midnight suit. They call the picture beautiful because they never knew the truth. They never saw the phone you guarded or heard your whispered calls. They only saw a handsome man still smiling through it all. Your portrait faced the wall when the final curtain fell. No more staring from the gallery like you still knew me well. Let the dust erase your outline, let the silence take it all. I won't live beneath your eyes again. Your portrait faced the wall. I found myself beside you, half hidden in the paint, a woman leaning toward your light, growing smaller in the frame. I took a blade along the canvas, cut my figure cleanly through, then placed my piece beneath the window where the morning entered blue. A frame can make a liar look worthy of a crown. A gallery can worship what should have been taken down. But I'm not your background, not a color in your scene. I stepped outside the picture and reclaimed the space between. Your portrait faced the wall, and mine stood in the light. No more waiting in the corner while your shadow owned the night. Let the visitors keep wondering why the finest frame must fall. I learned beauty cannot make truth stay. Your portrait faced the wall. The museum closed at midnight. I left you turned away, for once your painted eyes could not follow me into the day. stood beneath the spotlight, ivory silk and silver thread, the dress I wore when you proposed, and every promise sounded blessed. A little card below the neckline, name the year and name the place, but it never told the visitors how fear was hiding on my face. They saw a gown preserved with care. I saw the woman trapped in there. The dress behind the glass still held the shape of our past. Every pearl remembered how you swore forever, then broke the vow. It looked untouched, it looked divine, like love had never crossed the line. But beauty cannot make truth last inside the dress behind the glass. The sleeves still carry traces of the perfume I once wore. The hem remembered dancing while your eyes searched every door. You kissed me for the cameras with your hand around my waist, and I mistook a perfect picture for a love no time could waste. The crowd admired the careful art. No label named the broken heart. The dress behind the glass still held the shape of our past. Every pearl remembered how you swore forever, then broke the vow. It looked untouched, it looked divine, like love had never crossed the line. But beauty cannot make truth last inside the dress behind the glass. I asked the guard to open it. He said the fabric may not breathe. I smiled and said neither could I, while living in what it believed. I did not need to wear it or tear the silk apart. I only needed to stop worshiping the costume of a faithful heart. The dress behind the glass, no longer on my past. Let every pearl keep shining there. I will not wear that old despair. It may remain a work of art, but it cannot dress my healing heart. I left the gown, the frame, the mask, and walked beyond the looking glass. The spotlight faded slowly. The silk returned to gray. The dress stayed in the museum. I took the woman away. the spotlight turned slowly in a case. The label read private collection, with the date you left no trace. The curator pressed the silver button, static opened like a door. Then your voice came through the speakers, speaking words I'd heard before. But underneath your practiced laughter, another woman said your name, and one unfinished conversation set the whole museum aflame. You erased the calls, you cleared the room, you washed her lipstick from your perfume. But truth has ways of leaving a trace. In the recording you forgot to erase. She asked if you had told me. You said not yet, but soon. Then promised her a future in a favorite hotel room. You spoke about my trust like weakness, called our marriage something done, while I was home beneath the lamplight, still believing I was the one. The tape clicked through a silence, then I heard you kiss goodbye. No photograph had ever wounded like the softness of that lie. The recording you forgot to erase, put the truth in every empty space. No more questions, no more doubt. Your own voice finally gave you out. You could change the story on your face, but you couldn't change a word in place. Every secret found its shape in the recording you forgot to erase. You arrived before the playback ended, with panic underneath your skin. Reached across the velvet barrier, begging me to stop the reel again. You said the tape was old and meaningless, just a moment you regretted. But a lie does not become less cruel because the liar wants it edited. I watched your portrait in the doorway lose the dignity it wore, and turn the volume slightly higher and let your own voice close the door. I used to need your confession, need you to say what you had done, but truth was spinning on the spindle, and I no longer needed one. I didn't break the tape in anger, I didn't take it home with me. The evidence had served its purpose, it returned my eyes to me. The recording you forgot to erase, tore the mask away from your face. No more wondering where you'd been. The machine repeated everything. You could beg the past to change its shape, but no apology could clean that tape. Your betrayal spoke its name in the recording you forgot to erase. The recording you forgot to erase did not leave me trapped inside that place. It gave the silence back its sound and gave me strength to shut it down. The reel stopped turning, the room went still. Your voice remained behind the glass, but it could no longer reach me. curator unlocked the cabinet beneath a narrow crimson light, then laid a pair of spotless gloves beside a box sealed tight. He said some things are far too fragile for uncovered hands to hold. I slipped the white silk on my fingers and touched the life you never told. Inside were hotel reservations, a photograph turned face down, a matchbook from a midnight lounge on the other side of town. White gloves, crimson truth, nothing clean could hide the proof. Her letters wore no signature, but every sentence sounded close. She knew the scar beside your heartbeat. She knew which wine you chose. One page described our anniversary, the night you said you missed your flight, while I was dressed beside the window. You were promising her your life. The gloves remained as white as winter, though my faith was turning red. There are stains no eye can witness when a faithful dream lies dead. White gloves, crimson truth, I held the evidence of you. Every secret in that case pulled the innocence from your face. White gloves, crimson truth, no careful touch could soften proof. I opened what you thought was sealed, and every hidden wound was revealed. You entered through the gallery with your dignity arranged, said those relics meant no future, said the past had made you change. You reached to take the letters, but the God stepped in between. For once, your hands could not remove the truth from what I'd seen. I placed the gloves upon the velvet, then looked directly in your eyes. A woman does not need to shout when silence has exposed the lies. No shattered glass, no public scene, no begging you to come back clean. Just one locked box, one missing youth, two white gloves and crimson truth. I once believed that loving you meant keeping every surface bright, polishing the frame around us while you disappeared at night. But purity is not pretending, that betrayal leaves no stain, and grace is not protecting someone keeps decorating pain. White gloves, crimson truth. I left the whole display with you. Every letter, every trace, every polished, faithless face. White gloves, crimson truth. I walked away restored and new. The box remained beneath the light, but it could not hold my life. White gloves, crimson truth. What wounded me became my proof. You hid your darkness dressed in gold. I touched the truth and let you go. The cabinet locked behind me. The crimson light grew dim. My gloves were still unstained, but I would never touch him again. The doorway opened without warning into a chamber painted black. No silver glass above the mantel, no polished surface looking back. A single chair beneath the lamplight. A velvet curtain sealed the view. For once there was no borrowed image, no woman shaped by loving you. I searched the walls for my reflection, the face I learned to criticize, the smile I wore to keep you near me, the doubt you planted in my eyes. But nothing there could tell me I was too much or not enough. The room held only breathing and the quiet pulse beneath my blood. In the room with no mirrors, I could finally see not the woman you invented, but the one beneath your knees. No beauty asking permission, no reflection built on fear. I lost the face you gave me in the room with no mirrors. You used to choose the way I dress, the shade I painted on my lips. You praised me when I disappeared and punished every confidence. I learned to watch myself through you until your eyes became my own. But without glass to judge me, I began to feel at home in the room with no mirrors. I could finally see not the woman you diminished, but the strength still living in me. sincere in the room with no mirrors. I saw everything so clear. The face was never missing, only hidden by your fear. When I returned to the gallery, my reflection crossed the door. I looked her in the eyes and smiled. She belonged to me once more. The auction room was dressed in velvet. Crystal lamps burned soft and low. I placed your vows beneath the spotlight, tied with ribbons long ago. The first lot held our summer plans, a house beside the sea. The second held the words you used to make a fool of me. The crowd leaned closer, curious, as every lie was shown, but no one raised a hand to claim the love you never owned. I auctioned off your promises, but no one place to be. Forever had no value after everything you did. Your golden words look worthless when the truth stood next to them. I auctioned off your promises and never bought them back again. Offered up your midnight vows, your letters sealed in blue. The ring you said would prove a heart could always remain true. The auctioneer kept lowering the price of every dream, but even for a single dime, they weren't what they had seen. A woman in the final row said those belong to pay. I smiled because she understood why I'd brought them there that day. I auctioned off your promises, but no one place to bid. Forever had no value after everything you did. Your golden words look worthless when the truth stood next to them. I auctioned off your promises and never bought them back again. Babe, going once for every lonely night, going twice for every polished lie. Sold to silence, sold to shame. Take the vows, but leave my name. Then I brought out one last treasure, the heart that trusted you. The room went still as I uncovered something wounded, something true. I almost placed it on the table, but pulled it to my chest. Some things should never be surrendered to the highest bidder's hands. My heart was not an artifact or something love could prize. So I carried it beyond the room and gave it back its life. I auctioned off your promises and watched their value fall. The future you had painted was never real at all. No bidder wanted empty words, no buyer chose pretend. I auctioned off your promises and kept my heart instead. I auctioned off your promises until the room was bare, then walked away with empty hands and freedom waiting there. The hammer struck the table, the final echo passed. Your promises belong to no one, and I belong to me at last. The final bell had finished ringing. The guards had turned the chandeliers low. Every room stood sealed behind me, still preserving what I'd let go. Your portrait faced the western wall. The clock still waited at 11. That ivory dress remained behind glass, like a prayer unanswered by heaven. I reached the hall of broken vows, where every promise wore a crown, and struck one match against the dark and burned the museum down. I burned the museum down, watched our history lose its crown. Every lie beneath the gold, every love that had grown cold. Let the portraits curl and fall, let the fire climb the walls. I saved nothing from that town. I burned the museum down. The recording melted into silence. Your secret voice dissolved in heat. White gloves blackened on the velvet. Ash fell softly at my feet. The dress behind the glass surrendered. watch the flames consume the rooms and burn the museum down. I burned the museum down, watched our history lose its crown. Every lie beneath the gold, every love that had grown cold. Let the portraits curl and fall, let the fire climb the walls. I saved nothing from that town. I burned the museum down. No ticket in my head, no relic in my case, no photograph of sorrow, no shadow of your face, no promises to carry, no evidence to prove. I didn't need the ruins to remember what I knew. I once believed preserving pain would keep our love from dying, but memory becomes a prison when the heart keeps beautifying what betrayed it. So I gave the past no pedestal, no velvet rope, no sacred ground. You cannot worship what has wounded you and still expect to turn around. The fire was not vengeance, it was mercy wearing light. It freed the woman from the exhibits and returned her to the night. I burned the museum down and walked away without a sound. Every room that held your name disappeared inside the flame. Let the clock forget 11, let the smoke rise into heaven. I carried only what I found when I burned the museum down. I burned the museum down. But the fire never touched my heart. It only took the life I'd framed and gave me back a place to start. No ashes on my shoulders, no old chains beneath my gown. The sunrise met me at the gates when I burned the museum down. By morning, only smoke remained above the empty ground. The past became a field of light, and I was nowhere to be found. The marble steps were wet with midnight, the silver moon above the gate. The woman at the counter whispered, "You're the only guest this late." She handed me a blackish ticket, stamped with yesterday's perfume, then pointed toward the velvet hallway where our shadows filled each room. I thought your hand would reach for mine, but ghosts don't need to stand in line. Admission for one to the love we left undone. One ticket through the memories, one heart beneath the museum lights. You don't belong beside me where the past is admission for one. The first room held our Sunday mornings, coffee rings beneath the glass. The second kept your midnight promises, all labeled, never meant to last. A photograph stood under blue light, your smile preserved in gold. But every frame looked smaller now that I knew what it could hold. I came to mourn the life we knew, not open every door for you. Admission for what? To the love we left undone. One ticket through the memories, one heart beneath the museum lights. You don't belong beside me, where the past has come and gone. Tonight I walk through what we were, with admission for one. At the center of the gallery, a mirror waited without shame. No portrait of a man I loved, just a woman with my name. She looked tired, but she stood steady, no longer begging to be seen. And I understood the final exhibit was the self I'd almost lost in him. Admission for one, but I won't leave here overcome. I came to see the ruins, not rebuild what had been done. You don't belong beside me in the life I'm moving toward. I walked inside with all our history and left without your ghost. Admission for one, oh, to the ending of our love. The doors closed softly behind me, and morning opened up. I dropped the ticket in the fountain, watched the ink dissolve and run. The museum kept our history. I walked away as one. The gallery was nearly empty when I found that narrow room. A brass clock stood beneath blue velvet, wrapped in silence and perfume. Its hands were fixed at 11, though the gears were polished bright. The hour your hidden lover called me and turned forever into night. Tick, but no talk, a heart behind the glass. Time refused to carry us beyond the moment truth came back. like she'd known it all along. She knew the place we spent our summers. She knew our favorite Sunday song. While your voice slept down the hallway, her confession crossed the line. And every year we built together stopped at 11:59. Our clock stopped at 11 when the truth began to ring. The future lost its rhythm and forever lost its meaning. No midnight came to save us. No new hour could begin. Our clock stopped at 11 and never moved again. You entered with your practice story, said the call was some mistake, but guilty eyes are poor musicians. They never keep the rhythm straight. I pointed toward the kitchen clock. You laughed and wound it tight, but nothing in that house moved forward after what I learned that night. Our clock stopped at 11 when the truth began to ring. The future lost its rhythm and forever lost its meaning. No midnight came to save us. No new hour could begin. Our clock stopped at 11 and never moved again. For months I thought I lived there, inside that frozen minute hand, still waiting for an explanation that my heart could understand. Then I learned that time was moving, just not where we used to be. The clock had stopped for our illusion, but the world kept carrying me. Our clock stopped at 11, but my life did not stand still. I walked beyond that broken hour and climbed another hill. Let the museum keep the silence. Let those hands remain where they've been. Our clock stopped at 11, but my morning still began. Our clock stopped at 11 where your faithful image fell. You stayed trapped inside that moment. I walked free beyond the bell. The guard turned off the gallery lights. I left the clock behind. It never reached another hour, but I recovered mine. At the end of the eastern gallery, a velvet curtain hid the light. Behind it stood our first slow dance, preserved exactly as that night. Your hand was waiting at my waist, my perfume floated through the air. For 1 weak second I believed that love was still alive in there. A little sign beneath the frame spoke more clearly than your name. Do not touch the memory. It remembers how to bleed. It will dress the past in velvet and disguise the hurt as need. Look, but keep your distance. Let the glass protect your peace. Do not touch the memory, or it may never let you leave. The scene began to move behind me. The orchestra returned to life. You whispered that I was your future before you made another yours. I nearly reached across the barrier to feel that evening in my hands. But every beautiful beginning does not deserve another chance. The sweetest moments sometimes hide the sharpest edges underneath. Do not touch the memory. It remembers how to bleed. It will dress the past in velvet and disguise the hurt as need. Look, but keep your distance. Let the glass protect your peace. Do not touch the memory, or it may never let you leave. The light turned red, the music slow. Your painted lips said, don't let go. But I had heard that voice before. It never loved me, it only wanted more. I used to think remembering was proof the love had been sincere. But pain can learn to imitate the very thing we once held dear. A memory is not a doorway. It cannot take me home again. It is only one old room inside a house where I have been. I did not touch the memory. I let it ache behind the glass. I watched the woman I once was release the man who owned her past. No, reaching through the distance, no bargaining for one more scene. I did not touch the memory, and it finally loosened me. Do not touch the memory. Let its beauty stay contained. Some roses must remain behind glass. so their thorns cannot draw blood again. I close the velvet curtain, the music disappeared, the memory remained perfect, and I walked away healed. A brass bell rang through the gallery. The guards began to dim the gold. They covered every wounded relic and drew the curtains on the cold. The last few ghosts moved toward the doorway, still wearing faces I once knew. One carried all my unanswered questions, one carried every trace of you. The doors are closing, the lights are low. Whatever cannot love me has to go. It's closing time for the broken hearted. No more wandering through what ended, no more paying for admission to a love that never listened. Let the sorrow find the exit, let the lonely leave this room. It's closing time for the broken hearted. I'm not staying here with you. I passed the clock that stopped at 11, the dress preserved behind the glass, the silver reel that held your secret, still whispering from the past. Your portrait waited in the west wing, turned toward the silent wall. But I no longer felt your painted eyes or heard your memory call. The doors are closing, the hour has come. A heart can mourn forever or choose the sun. It's closing time for the broken hearted. No more wandering through what ended, no more paying for admission to a love that never listened. Let the sorrow find the exit, let the lonely leave this room. It's closing time for the broken hearted. And I'm not staying here with you. Last call for regret, last look at the flame, last chance for the shadows to answer their names. No souvenirs, no borrowed pain, no ticket back to that place again. The curator asked if I would like to keep one thing before I left. I thought about the vows and letters and every dream your hands had wrecked. Then I pointed to the empty space where my reflection used to be. Said I'll take the woman who survived, the rest can stay with history. It's closing time for the broken hearted. Every chain has been collected, beyond this room. It's closing time for the broken-hearted. I walked in carrying your name. Now the final bell is ringing, and I leave without the same pain. The great doors closed behind me. The street was washed in blue. The museum kept the heartbreak, but it could not keep me too.